Okay, you guys, so it got down to the selected temperature, which 85%, and it says it's selected on mode, so it doesn't really tell me what my fan speed is. So it's still, the evaporator, of course, is still letting out, so I guess, oh look, so it's just now, 0 now. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Anna. This is my van Vanna, and I invite you to join me on my journey to convert Vanna into a camper van. Come see what I'm working on today. Well, hello, I am in Vanna, and this video is going to be on finishing up the install of my air conditioner. It's been exactly 1 year, give or take, about a year since I posted the first part of this install, which involved mounting my air compressor and my the condenser underneath the van. So that was about a year ago when I did that. And I wanted to wait to get this up here before I finish installing. Now this has been up here for a minute now, so this is what this video is going to be about: installing that and finishing up my install. Okay, I found a way to beat up my air conditioner wires, my negative and positive, and it's going to travel across this right here, which I have to put some heat wrap like the rest. So if you look at back here, they have heat wrap. You have to copy that, and all of this wire, I'm gonna have to cut it and feed it into my compressor. Good morning, everybody. I am back with Vanna, and I am in the process of finishing up wiring my air conditioner that's underneath the van. So I need to get under here and finish wiring that over there to my compressor. And I'm going to have to snip my cable to the right side. And then I need to crimp on a terminal. So let me get that done. And this is where the wires are coming up from underneath the van for the air conditioner. So they're coming over here to my electrical section. So they will be fed right straight into the main bus bar. Okay, so this is the hole that I drilled for the electrical and the refrigerant hoses to go up into the van. Let me show you where that comes out at. Okay, and this is where the hole comes up. If you look down in there, the hole comes up through here. So I'll pull everything up and then run it on up the wall. That's the plan. This is going to be an outlet. So now the electrical wires of the compressor is being fed up into the hole, and I have my outlet coming out of the hole. So all I gotta do is put some wire loom or something, and fasten it to the van under here. Just wire loom it and fasten it, zip ties or something. Okay. Alright. Okay, so I got my positive and negative wire wrapped in heat tape here and ready to be on the right terminal. I need to get some electrical tape around here. Can't find it. As soon as I find it, I'll tape it around and maybe tape it the other way up to here. Anyway, another thing done. Just need to tape it. Oh, back here with my electrical that goes up into the hall over there. Can you see that? But anyway, I put wire loom around that too. So I'm making progress. Okay, so I have the refrigerant hose. It's being fed up through this hole right here. And it comes into the van. Okay, coming into the van here. And I got it fed up. It wouldn't fit under here with these two, wouldn't fit, so we did. It came in here that way fine, but up here is where it wouldn't fit with these. The hole under here wouldn't fit there, so I rerouted it over here to the next hole down. This is kind of tight, but it fits. I got it in, and I'm going to feed it into the AC, which is going to be up here. So I taped off this end for now, and let me see if I can get the second hose in. And once the second hose is in, I need to feed out my condensation line. So let me get that done. So what I'm doing now is I already got this on here. It's not crimped yet, but it's the 504 one, and the 504 one is this number 8 here, which is the condenser end, which is the condenser end. So I'm gonna go crimp this outside, and I'm gonna plug this into the condenser on the end port, and I'm going to run the hose to my compressor 7, which should be at the top of the compressor, and I'm going to cut the hose to size. And number 7 is the 506 fitting. So I'm gonna take the 506 fitting out there with me and do this all under the van. Okay, you guys, so there goes the end port right here. So this right here goes into that. So let me go ahead and place it and get on to the next port. And that's what it looks like sent. And this one has to do next. I'm using this tool right here. Okay, y'all, I cut it to size. It's already crimped. I got some oil that they say to put on the O-ring. So put that on the O-ring. And I'm under the fan and really tight under here. Wish I had a shop. But I'm going to unscrew this and screw that one in here. This is the compressor that it gets hooked up to. So let me get to work. Okay, so this is the 506 piece that's going into the out. Can you see that? It's so tight. It's going into the out portal. Whatever portal, what is this, the out? Yeah, I don't have the paper in front of me. But this is the only one that's left. So I gotta put it onto this. And this, the other end of this hose is going into the out portal of the condenser over there. So I have to feed it up and over this to get behind here to go to the condenser over there. And they want to have extra hose. So I think that's the easiest way for me to have excess hose, is to make it a lot of holes up here. You know, make it really big up here so that it can you know, move if they take dry out. So let me make sure I have extra hose. Okay, there you go. It's in. Going all the way around so we have even more excess up in here. So there's plenty of hose for the dryer. And they're pretty tight. So there you go. I'm proud of myself. I did it. So okay, I think this is going to work. So I'll put the air conditioner. I made a little shelf up there for the air conditioner. And the way it's supported is this block. These blocks are bolted into the van, and this got 4 screws into that bolt. So this is basically supporting this whole side on this end, and this is supported on the bottom. There's nothing on the top. Nothing on the top supporting. There's nothing up there that was strong enough to support. But the shelf itself is on the 2 sides. This is good. This is really good. And this right here, okay. This is not heavy. It's not really heavy. So I'm thinking that's going to work for its purpose. So now I just want to hook up the hoses that need to go in. We have 2 hoses and some electricity that needs to go in. So let me get moving. Okay, so I installed my evaporator for the air conditioner up here, and it was a bad boy. So I got a little cubby hole that I made to fit it in. The hose in the back. Woo! It's on with the bed. I had to pull this out so that this can push back in, and I screwed it down here. So it looks like I'm gonna have to cover this. It looks like I'm gonna have to cover this to make it more aesthetically pleasing. So this is in. It's plugged up back there with the electrical. I don't yet have the thermostat hooked up. So this is the thermostat. This is the thermostat. So I need to hook that up, and that will get that completed for the air conditioner. So I bolted it down here and scratch this up, getting it in. But it's in. I'll repaint it. Maybe I'll put a cover on the bottom and the top, along the whole top probably. But here we go. Okay, so you guys, I hooked up my thermostat for my air conditioner. So I had to hook in the wires for my air conditioner, and I had already hooked in the wires to the evaporator. It's on. I got it on fan only right now because I don't have any refrigerant in my air conditioner, but it's working. I got it on a low speed, and it shows here how many amps it's taking, which is not a lot. So the fan is cool. I mean, the fan alone is cool. So that's without AC. So I'm excited. I had a small hiccup with this thermostat. It was unresponsive when I first. Let me turn it off. Turn it off. So I had a hiccup when I first hooked up the wires behind this thing. Everything else, and then I turned on the power because I had turned off the power. It was unresponsive. So I got kind of nervous. I checked the wire up here on my evaporator, and it was connected. And the only thing else you have to do is make sure your positive and negative wires are going from the compressor bracket to the house battery here. And I had done that a long time ago. I just never tested it. And so today is my first time actually powering up my AC. And I wanted to do that before I put this board up here where it's gonna go. And so I'm excited. It's powered up, and now all I have to do is go and get some vacuum test my whatever down there, and fill it up with a certain kind of refrigerant, and then I'm off to be able to run my AC. And so, one more thing. I did contact Undermount AC about why my thermostat was unresponsive, because I didn't know what to do. And they told me first that I have a dedicated ground wire going from the compressor bracket to the ground. And I took a little video and showed them. And after I guess they watched the video, the next thing they ask is to make sure I have a fuse, or to check the fuse for the thermostat, which is fuse number 1, which is for the thermostat. And I will try to put a snapshot in the corner for that. But yep, and that's what it was. I changed that fuse, and that did the trick. So I am excited. Got nervous for a second, but yes, moving on. And there you go. So this is up here. I'm gonna cut this excess off, but it's up here. It's up there good, and if I want to, at nighttime, I can turn the display off, and there's my security camera. So I'm excited. So that's one thing down. Okay, so you guys, I am here in Vanna, and I have my personal mechanic underneath my van right now doing some pressure testing, some vacuum testing on my AC to make sure everything is okay and not leaking. And he's a jewel. He's also going to check my electrical hookup, make sure I did everything okay. And so everything, hopefully no leak, and we'll see how his test comes out. Got all under there. Yeah.
It's like
okay, yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm in my car charging up my phone. I'm talking to my mechanic here, and he's explaining to me what the heck. They said to do the vacuum testing at 30, up 28. Who's saying all the concepts?
28. You get it to it's supposed to hold vacuum it to negative 28, and not just to so when you set it there and hold, and it's supposed to hold. So that if it holds, then you know that you got a system that's not leaking. Mm-hmm. But the other reason why you do the vacuum is to get the moisture and air out of the system. After, especially the system is open or installed, you have to do a vacuum before you put refrigerant in there, because it will get too much pressure if you try to force refrigerant into a sealed system that has air in it. Even if it's a little bit of air, it's not good. Okay. So that when you reach negative 28,
that's when
but you want to leave it the vacuum pump running for at least 30 minutes. So because it takes a little while for the air will get sucked out pretty quick, mm-hmm. The vacuum, but there's little like drops of water, mm-hmm. moisture residue somewhere inside. That should be removed as well. And when you get to negative 28 is where water actually evaporates.
And you hold that for 30 minutes, and if everything's good, then everything's good.
Then I can start putting refrigerant in there. Yeah.
So you guys, the AC is on right now. Got the speed up high 7. I had to put the temperature down to 60 to get it working, but
it seems like it's going. The compressor's not kicking in yet.
He's putting that in there.
Compressor's.
Working on this. Something under there. Okay, so this got down, it actually got down to 98, yeah. But what we did was we put this right here up against it, and the water tank goes down to everything, just like that, like it's going down. We saw that it was going down to 70, and I understand that it was at 100 when we started, and it should be at least 20 to 30 degrees
Turn the
down.
AC off. The fan should turn off.
Okay.
Just so that you know, it should come off.
Yeah. I'm a mechanic. So yeah, so I have to turn this on. Let me turn it on. Now Mike can hear me better. Okay. So yeah, so basically. Okay, so got the air conditioner on, and I am in here on a hot day. Just walk in, it's 120 recorded in here. So if I change this to cooling, it's so tiny. I have a hard time clicking on the menu. There. So I'm putting this on. I'm gonna test this out. See how long it takes to do this. And I checked the time. It is 1:03. And in here I have 100% battery. I also want to see how much this draw, how long I can run this air conditioner at speed 3. And I have it down to 60 degrees. I could make it a higher speed. I could put it even on auto. But right now, I just need to, let me put it on auto. Let's do that. Put it on auto. You know. Auto. Put it on auto and see what it does. Alright, come back later. So it's about 110 now, and it's down to 117. I did bump this up, bump it down to 65 degrees, put it back to 60, and let me see how long. It's going down. It's going down 3 degrees. Not super chill. So it started raining, and so I'm back at this. I came in here after a couple minutes, and there was condensation all over my cooktop. Here's my countertop. My driveway is on a slope. So my driveway is on a slope. And so it makes sense that the condensation was dripping from that end, because that's the lower end. So I had to run to Lowe's to buy some more tubing. And so I had to redo the tubing because my condensation was not, coming down. It was coming out onto my cooktop. So I'm redoing my condensation tubing to have a better downward slope. And at the same time, I am, still testing my AC. My AC is still on auto right now, and I'm going to see how it runs, so I can finish doing this. So I have more work to do. All right, you guys, I'll keep you posted. Okay, everybody, so I am back at it with this air conditioner. So I had to redo my drainage. I had to get behind my wall to make sure that my drain hose is draining properly. I had to, you can't see it, but the way I had it was, I had it teed off in the back of the unit. So there's 2 drain holes in the back of this unit, one on each side, to collect the condensation water. And and I had it teed off and going into this hole right here, and then down. It goes down and over and down out of my van. So this evaporator unit started spilling out condensation water over here. My driveway is on a slope, so that means this end will get all the water. So that led me to lose my drainage pretty good. So I redid that. It's better now. It is now draining out. So it's now draining out. It started like around 90 something degrees in this van when I started this test again for like my umpteenth time. It's down to 87 now. It took about an hour. I think it's close to an hour to get down that far. I have it on auto and up to 85 degrees. I want to see what it does, with the auto thermostat and how it works. And I have it set to 85 degrees, and the fan speed I noticed it decreased. Fan speed is now 50%. So I like that it will automatically update the fan speed. Can you see that? So my battery started at 100%. It's at 88%. So it takes a lot of battery. So I really want to do another test. It'll probably be in another video to see how fast this thing drains my battery bank. I'm at 88% now. It's been about an hour, and it was kind of hot when it started, so that's a lot of battery. But it's cool now, so I'm hoping that, and I think 85 degrees is a good temperature for this van. I'm gonna test that out. But I'm thinking that, once it gets down to 86 now, it dropped down to 40%. I don't know if you can see that. It's probably backwards, but it's going up and down. 86 degrees now. I have it set on 85, and this fan speed just dropped to 40%. And I imagine once it jumped up to 87, back to 50. So I imagine once you get to 85, that the fan speed would drop all the way down. I'm curious to see what happens when it reaches target 85. It's getting late. I'm in this van late today, and I really want to get this air conditioner done so I can close up the wall that I had to open up to get behind it, to redo the drain, and finish up some projects in here. So I'm not, yak. So let me just, stop it here and come back and tell you what happens when it gets to 85. I'm gonna wait one more degree. I'm gonna wait. Okay, you guys. So it got down to the selected temperature with 85%, and it says it's selected auto mode. So it doesn't really tell me what my fan speed is. So it's still the evaporator, of course, is still letting out. So I guess. Oh, look. So it's just now 0 now. So the fan to stop running altogether when it gets to your desired temperature, and it brings down the amperage. So that's my shunt. I have 87% battery, so it took a whole 13. It took a whole 13% of my battery to get to that. And that's not bad. So I'm thinking that once it's 85, it should kick on every now and then to so once it gets down to 85 degrees, it should kick on every now and then, like auto, like an auto thermostat. And so that's a conserved battery. So that's pretty good. So I'm excited. I hope that this is helpful in a really hot day, but we'll really put it to a test one day. So I think this concludes my AC setup. I'm going to button up my walls offline and keep moving. So thank you guys for watching.